Hello, my name is William Samuel Studstill. I'm a veteran of World War II and served with the 88th Infantry Division in Italy. I'd like to say hello to all of my friends in Italy that I have met in recent years. I was born on a farm in southern Georgia, USA, and was drafted into the Army and sent to Italy and became a telephone lineman. I joined the division near Anzio and went through Rome with them to a great celebration by the Roman people. They jumped on our vehicles, they gave us wine and showered us with flowers. Quite an experience for a country boy who had not been very far from home. We moved up through Italy. The first combat that I was in was near Volterra. And we moved up through the great vineyards and on to the Arno River. We paused at the Arno River and pulled back for more training, prepared to attack the Apennine Mountains. We entered the Apennine Mountains near a farmhouse by the name of Villa Bono, in which our first battalion leaders was captured. My commander, Colonel Fry, went over and took command until he could appoint new officers. And then we went on hill to hill, on up through the Apennine Mountains on the eastern side of the Salerno River Valley. One of the peaks along the way was an ancient church on a hill called Villa Magna. And then another one was Mount Acuto. And then on to the greatest battle that we had up to that time, Mount Battaglia. We came to Mount Battaglia just a few hours before the Germans were sending a huge group to occupy it themselves. So they counterattacked, and we stood counterattack after a counterattack for 8 days, using elements of every unit of our regiment. And finally, the Germans withdrew, gave up, and we turned the side over to the British and pulled back for a little bit of resupply, replacement, but for only a brief rest before we started up the other side, the western side of the Salerno Valley. To places like Carnevale is one I remember, but one of the hardest battles we fought in that area at that time was Mount Grande. But a combination of snow, rain, mud, and cold stopped us on Grande, partially because we did not have enough resupply of troops, as many of our boys had been pulled out to go across the channel to attack through France. So we spent the winter of 1944 on a battle line between Mount Grande and Monteumice. Then in the spring of 45 came the great battle of Monteumice. This was a huge ridge that ran for many miles, had several villages on top, and it took more than just our division to attack that mountain and to finally capture it and secure it. From then, we were on into the Po Valley. The Po Valley, of course, was flat, and we could bring all of our units to bear, including tanks, air, and with clear weather, we could bring our airplanes in. So we went swiftly through the Po Valley And in fact, we raced one unit through the enemy and blocked the Brenner Pass, and that ended the war in Italy. Through the years, I have been in contact with friends in Italy that live up the Santerno River Valley, and they seem to appreciate our efforts there very much. So I returned for the first time in 2010 as guest near the city of Castle del Rio to attend on a memorial that was held on Mount Battaglia. And on that trip, I made many friends. So much, in fact, that I returned again in 2011. And it was quite an experience. Many friends met us with celebrations as well as attending the memorial service that they have every year in September on the mountain. So I appreciate very much my many friends that I have made there, and I'm looking forward to coming back again this fall, on September, the first Saturday and Sunday in September, and I hope to see all of you there. So once again, let me say how much I appreciate the many friends that I have made in these final years, after so many years in between my first trip, which was not pleasant at all, and my later trips, who has been very, very great, and I appreciate very much.